Hello students, welcome to BPSC Learn From Home. In today's class, we will go through Merchant of Venice, Act 2, Scene 1. In this scene, the main events are: first one, entrance of Prince of Morocco. There enters in the first act, Scene 2, we have seen that almost 6 suitors had come to win the casket, and this is the 7th one, that is Morocco, comes there. So here comes the entrance of Prince of Morocco. Second, Portia warns him, if he fails in choosing the casket, then he is not allowed to do any wedding. The third point is that this scene highlights the theme of prejudice. Prejudice means the unfavorable opinion or feeling formed beforehand. So this is the unfavorable opinion. So here the theme of prejudice is known through this Act 2, Scene 1. Here in this scene there enters at Belmont. First is in Portia's house. Enters Prince of Morocco and his servants, and along with that Melissa is also present with her attendants there. Here let me start with the dialogue of Morocco. Mislike me not for my complexion, the shadowy livery of the burnished sun, to whom I am a neighbor and near bred. Bring me the fairest creature northward born, where fire scarce task isles. So here Morocco starts with the sentence that Portia should not dislike him because of his color. The color, the complexion or the dark skin which this Morocco had, he thinks that Portia may dislike him because of his dark skin. So he requests her that she should not dislike Morocco. Mislike me not for my complexion, the shadowy livery. Shadowy livery is a uniform which these nobles and the rich peoples wear, and this uniform will be of black color. So Morocco says to Portia, the uniform which I have worn, it easily exposes or exposure to the sunlight. So that only he has this dark complexion. The shadowy livery of the burnished sun, to whom I am a neighbor. It is not only because of his uniform or not only because his skin is exposed to the sun, there he is also a neighbor to the equatorial region. So in the equator, the direct rays of the sun falls, or the vertical rays of the sun falls in this region. Due to that, his skin also is dark in color. Then bring me the fairest creature northward born. He is asking Portia, you bring the fairest creature. The fairest creature which is in the northern region or the polar region, and fairest creature northward born, where scarcely the sun's rays falls in this region. That is the sun's rays it is mentioned with the fibers. Fibers means it is the classical sun god. The sun's rays rarely falls in this region, and it is unable even to melt those ice. So it is a substance or the frozen substance. It cannot be easily melted by the sun god. So here he is saying, you bring a person from this northern region, and if you cut the skin of this person who is born in the northern region, you can find what is the difference in the blood. So here he says that I am ready to prove, and let us make incision for your love. Incision means for your sake of love, I am ready to cut the skin and show you and prove you that the blood is reddest, whether the blood is reddest his or mine. So I can compare the difference in the blood. So in those times it was believed that if a person has a thick red blood, then he will be the bravest person. So here he will compare with the blood whether his blood is red or mine. I tell thee mine hath feared the violent. My appearance has feared the brave people. So here even the brave has feared my appearance. By my love I swear, in the name of love, I am going to swear or make promises. The best regarded virgins of our climate. So even the virgins, the ladies, the virgins in his regions have loved his appearance. He has loved his color. So I would not change this view. So I am not ready to change this appearance. Even the virgins loved my appearance. So I am not going to change it. Except to steal your thought. For your sake, I am going to change my appearance. So this is an exaggeration made by Morocco. Morocco's personality and appearance is very clearly shown in this paragraph. Next comes Portia. Portia, in terms of choice, I am not solely led by nice directions of maiden's eyes. So here she is saying that in this condition she is saying, regarding my choice, I am not allowed to choose my choice or my eyes, what it sees. Because I am being bounded by the promises that I have made to my father. So here she says that regarding my choice, I am not guided by outward looks. I am not guided by the outward looks. That Shakespeare's theme is clearly brought here about the racism. So she will say, I am not guided by outward appearance like Shakespeare. Here, Portia is not led by outward appearance or guided by the destiny, because her destiny prevents her to choose the right casket here. So she says, besides the lottery of my destiny depends on the lottery of caskets, bars me the right of voluntary choosing. It stops me or it deprives me in choosing the right casket. But if my father had not scanted me and hedged me by his wit to yield myself, his wife who wins me by that my means I told you. So she says here, if my father would not have deprived me, if my father would have not deprived me, at the same time he would have not used his wits, or if he would have not restricted me, I would have chosen my husband easily. But now I am not in that. I have to depend completely. By that means his wife wins me. By that means I told you. Already I have told you I have to depend on the casket. I am not depending on my choice. Yourself renowned prince, famous prince, they stood as far as they come. I have looked on it for my affection. So there are many who have come. That is nearly 6 of the suitors have already come. She is noting or she is saying to Morocco, already 6 of them have come to choose me. But all of them have come and in the same way I am treating you. In the same way I follow according to that. So they stood as fair as they come. I have looked on it for my affection. I have equally treated you in the same way as I have treated those 6 suitors. He also says that you too have the fair chance of choosing the casket as any other suitors, those who had come before. With that, Morocco will be very happy and he says, and thank you for saying, and now come on, show me the casket. So in this Morocco's dialogue, even for that I thank you, therefore I pray you lead me to the casket to try my fortune. So here he says, I thank you for thinking that I am as the same as other suitors. He will be very happy about that. Then he says, thank you, therefore, now I request you, lead me to the casket and I will try my luck. Then he says, by this scimitar that slew the Sophie and a Persian prince, that won 3 fields of Sultan Sulaiman, I would outstare the sternest eyes that look, outbrave the heart most daring on the earth. So here he says, I am going to promise or swear in the name of this sword. The sword, scimitar means it's a curved sword here. So in that, I am going to swear it and say, this sword has killed the emperor of Persia. And this emperor of Persia had won 3 battles with the Sultan of Sulaiman. That is, Sultan Sulaiman, he had gone for the battle and he had won 3 battles. So he shows himself that he is most the bravest person. And next sentence he says, I would outstare challenge, the sternest eyes, the meanest person, that is the meanest looking warriors. I am ready to face them. I am ready to challenge them. Outbrave the heart most daring on the earth. Those who are the barest person, I am ready to act with those person on the earth. So he shows himself that he is the bravest person. He can even outbrave those persons, those who are more courageous and the bravest person in the world or on the earth. Then, pluck the egg sucking cubs from she-bear. So usually the mothers will be very tender to the cubs. So mother bear, it is one of the ferocious animal. If it is with the cubs, still more ferocious it becomes. But here, this Morocco is showing himself. He is brave enough to pluck the cubs which is feeding on the mother. Milk cow that is feeding the mother's milk. At that time, he is ready to pluck the cubs from this mother bear. The next, he mocked the lion when he rose for prey. When it is ready to go or in search of the prey, at that time he is ready to tease even this lion. You know, the lion is also one of the wild animals, which when it is in search of prey, it just becomes more ferocious. And this wild animal, how it acts towards the human being, we don't know. But he says that he is ready to mock at those animals also. Then, to win the lady for the sake of winning you, lady, I am ready to do all these things and show that myself that I am the bravest person. But alas, but there is one more bad thing that may happen to me. That is, if Hercules and Lichess play at dice, which is the better man, the greater throw. So if Hercules and Lichess, Hercules is one of the Superman in Greek mythology. If Hercules and Lichess is the servant of Hercules. If they both sit together to play the dice, that sometime it may turn. So who is the fortune? By playing, what will happen? Sometimes this fortune or the luck goes to the weakest one. So what he says, that which is better man, the greater. Who will throw the dice properly or by, that is with luck or by luck, he may win. Who this Lichess may win. So may turn fortune by fortune for the weaker hand. So the luck may go into the weaker hand. So is Alcides beaten by his speech. So Alcides is another name for Hercules. So the luck may go to the weaker hand, that is to the servant. So it is given beaten by his page means servant. And so may I blind fortune lead me. Sometimes the blind fortune by bad luck, I may choose the wrong casket. Miss that which one unworthier may attain. So he says himself that he is the most worthy person. So sometimes the unworthy person may get the luck, that luck, and he may choose the correct casket, and I may not choose it. And after that I may die with grieving. That is, I will end myself or I will die myself with all of this sadness. So this is the end of this Morocco's dialogue. Next, Portia says, you must take your chance. Now you take your chance of choosing the casket. Either not attempt to choose at all. Either better you don't choose at all, or you may try the luck, or swear before you choose. Now you have to make a promise. If you choose the wrong casket, never to speak to lady afterward. So you are not allowed to propose any lady afterwards if you do not choose the correct casket in way of marriage. So you are not allowed to do any lady. Therefore I advise. So now only I am advising you, better you may move back or you may try your luck. Morocco, nor will not. No, I won't. I am not going to move away from that. Come, bring me unto my chance. Come on, bring me. I am ready for the trial. Portia, first forward to the temple. So Portia will say, come on, go to the temple. Then after dinner, you will get the chance, or you can gamble, or you will get the chance of choosing the casket. Morocco, good fortune then, good luck then. Take to make me blessed. If I choose the correct casket, I will be the blessed one, and I am cursed among them. If I don't choose the correct casket, I will be one of the cursed man, he says. So this is till scene 1 of ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್